this is some sort of big investment type of company. I don't really know all that much about EDC Group, but they obviously got on the radar of the BCH community this week by dropping this report called Valuing Bitcoin Cash. So they did one specifically just on Bitcoin Cash, and as far as I know, they didn't do one on other currencies. They didn't do one on Bitcoin even, or Ethereum, or maybe they did, but and I just didn't see them. But as far as I know, they literally just did Bitcoin Cash, and they were basically very, very positive about it. And they talked about the history and all this sort of information of how Bitcoin Cash came to be, what is the differences to Bitcoin, and so on and so forth. And they clearly had done their research. They didn't just do it randomly. And they also recognized in this report the scaling improvements, because obviously they talked about the fork and about Lightning Network and different things that BTC can't be used kind of for payments, not very conveniently, and said, look, we looked into what BCH, the devs, they've kept cracking away on the same problem. They've still been working on scaling the layer one and being able to get it to, like I say, being a global reserve currency. And those results are paying off. It's kind of invisible to the market because there's not that much demand for specifically BCH, even across the whole cryptocurrency ecosystem. There is not those massive levels of demand for transactions, especially if you filter out a lot of the DeFi stuff. If you set that aside in terms of actual retail payments or individuals trading, money between themselves without it being some kind of DeFi product, there just isn't that amount of retail need for or demand for cryptocurrency yet. But this report has figured out what people will start to figure out as they get more into retail cryptocurrency payments, which is that Bitcoin Cash has a scalable protocol that can handle hundreds of thousands, millions, and soon enough, not quite yet, but in the next coming few years, billions of users, which most protocols can't handle at that point, or at least not without being either very centralized or, having very high fees or having to be very experimental. Any or all of those problems can apply to those other chains, but Bitcoin Cash does not have any of those problems, and it has the capacity. It hasn't needed it yet, but the point is that the roadmap has already been laid down, right?